to be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views.
Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. One family in a sweet harmony. Someday we'll all be free. whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees, holding on, memories never change.
power, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 infinite, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 infinite power. Infinite power. Infinite power. Infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 power. Infinite power. Infinite
matter what you do, I'll still be there for you. And when you call my name, I won't be far away. No matter where you go, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. You're gonna break my heart. You're gonna tear it apart. No matter what you do, I'll still be there for you.
two are getting rough. My mind just sounds like Shia LaBeouf. It says no, 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 no. Just no, 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 no. And every time I see him with you, my heart sounds like Shia LaBeouf too. No, 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 no. No, no. No, 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 no. Shia LaBeouf, it says no, 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 no. Just no, 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 no. And every time I see him with you, my heart sounds like Shia LaBeouf too. No, 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 no. No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no.
Everything is alright. Everything is alright. the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Somewhere by the Emerald Sea, where the moon and water meet. Somewhere close to harmony, when the world is sound asleep. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant
TNC
to
Predators
team
turn
ban.
to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Disruptor.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Predators turn.
Crystal Maiden.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Mars!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn.
Soul Warlord!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. TNC Predators turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. TNC Predators turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. TNC Predators turn.
A world devourer.
Dire team pick.
Earth Shaker.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to
Tiny.
TNC Predators turn.
Morphling.
Dire Team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire Team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to pick. Dire Team pick.
Void incarnate.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Bloodseeker.
You may now select your heroes. Prepare for battle.
Don't like the Bloodseeker pick, and not really can off. So TNC for
Read the tree rings. They told me to pick TNC. Simple as that.
No blood for you.
You will make a nice snow angel.
So much Nomad. Yeah, coming in here. Big series for both these teams. It's coming down to the wire with both these guys as the middle of the pack is very close. Look at this already. Toss in into the blood right. Fissure comes out. They get first blood on the Febby regardless. And Makoto, the one who gets first blood, he's always the one you have to worry about when you are playing up against Boom.
he gets the first blood, so good start. We already know what OD is gonna go for. It's a meter hammer. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Tower damage, something that they kind of lack until Troll comes online, so a lot of value coming out from that hammer.
See how quickly he can get into it. We've seen that 1v1 matchup with Hammer. Astral Imprisonment into the Hammer, and when you're 6, Sanities blow anybody up and enjoy your lane even more. We'll see how he does up against Armel. You know, we've seen Makoto struggle in the first few waves before, but has been given time in the past to kind of recover. I don't know if TNC are going to be so forgiving if they are to get on top of Makoto and lead this matchup somehow. Take a look at the matchups around the map. And take a look at here with the Fissure up towards top. It's Drew back on the Troll, which should be interesting.
Yeah, it feels like that's his most comfortable hero. So something that he knows how to play and like what to do with the hero, knows the power spikes. And it feels very comfortable just playing it.
And he's played it a lot just in this DPC. So we'll have to see how he can play it this time. It's definitely been hit or miss before with him. Already putting a lot of pressure on to KP in the off lane, but the Fissure and Tim's just trying to disrupt what they have up in the top lane. I was hoping maybe they'd go with the Brewmaster, but they have that Crystal Maiden in the 5. I love that Brew Troll combo. It's been pretty disgusting to see that Cinder Brew.
Yeah, the combination is just so good. Being allowed to ignite people with the Whirling Axes, low cooldown. But the CM, you get so much from the CM here because you have Tiny playing position 4. Tiny consumes so much mana, and with the Crystal Maiden aura, it's going to be much easier for him. This is the combination we've seen quite a lot. I think Team Liquid played it multiple times. Tiny plus a Bloodseeker, toss into the Bloodrite, and later on toss with the Rupture on. So it's a cheap damage, cheap setup.
Maybe Tiny's the answer to all these Bloodseeker losses. Get that Rupture, do damage with the top side. Ooh, Armel taking a lot of damage, only working with a shared Tango and another stack. No salve right now at the moment. But it's pretty tough for the Void Spirit. They said that the panel said this matchup was going to be very difficult for him, and Makoto just standing on the high ground trying to fight. BZ being pushed back by the Thunder Strike of the Disruptor. There's a lot doing here when we get to the mid-game. A lot of big ultimates between both these teams. Arena, Echo, Static Storm, Sanities. You're freezing field. You're dealing with a lot of potential team fights that just get very chaotic.
One thing I'm worried about is they don't have real safe for Morphling in this game. Like, there's nothing to purge things off. I want to see Bloodseeker in this game going for Spirit Vessel to be able to deal with the Morphling. Out, toss back on the bottom. Morphling has 2 points in Attribute Shift, so he should be fine. But something he benefits from quite a lot on the bottom lane is that Morph loves to play on like the HP's Bloodseekers. Passive ability would be a lot of value, and we can see Armel also on the mid lane, just playing on a half HP.
Again, Gabby getting low, silenced up once more. not working with a lot of mana. He's already got that earn on FBZ. Like you said, they want to be working towards getting that Spirit Vessel. See how quickly he can get into that, going for those boots, upgrade them, and then Spirit Vessel afterwards. Meteor Hammer for Makoto is close. He's having a good time so far at 21-3. Surprisingly, Armel is towards the top, and, well, really, he is the top. 23-4, gets some rune control, pops an arcane rune, and we'll have that bottle filled back up, so that should help him sustain a little bit more in this lane. Hasn't exactly become that one-sided matchup that we were talking
he actually
about earlier.
goes in. Armel is a mad guy. Purple hero with the purple rune.
Makes
Purple
stuff
spells. Yeah. Goto's getting very close to that hammer. Once he gets that, it's not that easy to use it on the Void Spirit because of the Dissimulate, the Astral Step, so you have to time it perfectly to be able to get him. But maybe some rotations on the side lanes could be a bit better. Also, like Armel needs to buy so much space for the team for Morphling to come online this game. Dims, how's he doing? Level 2. Battle this. Crystal Maiden plus Troll. Just too much damage. Troll goes to the secret shop, gets blocked off, but he's more than fine. They just don't have enough damage to kill him.
Yeah, not enough damage at the moment. Just, you know, Drew posturing forward, making sure that they can control that bounty rune up to the 5-minute mark. So far, so good for Boom. They're up 2K. Sometimes we see them struggle with their laning phase, but for right now, things are looking really good. I mean, Morphling's 18-3, and the Mars only has 9 CS. Mars is getting nothing at the moment, and Febby might be dead again. Bloodright, yeah, he's gone. BZ getting that kill on Febby, so making it 2-1. Boom, all over it at the moment. TNC struggling in more than one lane.
Yeah, so far so good. 3,000 gold lead 5 minutes in. We've seen this so much actually across all other regions as well, where teams just fall apart after the laning stage. Mid lane, Hyde ready with the toss combo. They drop the second hammer.
The Sanities is just so easy. They've got the Meteor Hammer now, and Armel, his lane gets a lot more difficult. His Meteor Hammer's out in the pressure. Boom, really just kind of rolling. And TNC, they need some answers. They need to buy some time, but it looks like the pressure's coming quick from Boom.
Armel has a TP ready. Also, Fisher is available. Let's see if they decide to make a move on a mid lane or possibly TP to the side lane. There it is. TP to the side lane, refill the bottle. Troll is level 5 only. They can get Armel.
I think spotted him.
He spotted him, so it should be a kill on Crystal Maiden.
So Maiden Astral Step with the Dissimulate, another Astral Step eventually pops the damage, and Armel at least gets something out of it. Obviously we wanted the troll, but the positioning from Curcuit was really good considering he just wanted to peek out, maybe feeling that Armel might come top and that vision. Avalanche toss onto the Morphling. Gabby waveforming back. Very risky situation there, as this Morphling has not been given an easy lane. 40-10 for FBZ.
He's doing really well. I don't like the item build. He went mana boots. You already have Crystal Maiden Aura, and I see Yule Scepter, so it's too much commitment for like mana items. Top lane.
Yeah, going for the troll. They've got the spear, but they're backing off this one with the massive TPs coming through from Boom. This might be decent enough just to get Morphling some space if you don't lose any heroes, but they've used the Rupture. Bloodright down, KP moving back, losing a lot of life. There's the glimpse onto the Bloodseeker kinetic field, but the Avalanche as well as the toss is still going to land. Get a kill onto the Mars, and, you know, take something for the massive rotations that come to save the troll.
Like, you can still upgrade those mana boots, possibly get Guardian Greaves, but still, you want to have a real item. Get some clarities going, possibly a raindrop, and if you're building into Yule Scepter as your first item after the urn, you don't need mana boots.
Just trying to slow the game down, but Tim's time. Makoto just looking to farm at the moment with the Meteor Hammer. That gets stopped with the Fissure. Bad.
But he's fine, we'll have another one in 10 seconds. Arcane Rune is picked up. EDR minus 30. All good.
Look at the net worth. It's just dire, dire, dire. And then 4 heroes here from TNC. It's not looking good so far, but I mean, we expected that from the OD. Maybe not so much the Bloodseeker. But right now, Boom definitely happy with the position they're in. A lot of time here from TNC to kind of bring it back. Blood right down, KP low. Earn put on him. That kill. Arcane Boots early for this Earthshaker. We've talked about the multiple builds that we've seen in Zero. You know, Brown Boots into Blink Dagger, which we're finding has a lot more success.
This time around, they just found an item that Earthshaker wants to use, that's Fated Brooch, so it gives you 200 mana. So like mana boost feels a bit of too much commitment here.
Yeah.
Because you need to farm 2,000 gold to still get a Blink Dagger. Rupture on the top. I don't think they're gonna dive. Hide.
Under the tower.
Thunder Strike is also available.
Power Shot can help him get this
he
kill, yeah.
can. Baby gets the kind of solo kill. Mars really struggling. Like this is something that I didn't expect this lane to go this way. Drops the hammer, but misses. Very uncharacteristic for Mikoto.
Yeah, you don't normally see a miss like that, especially given such a free opportunity. Wow, that did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Sanity's just going from half to dead. I was staying silent. I wasn't sure he was going to drop something like that. Fissure thinking about it. Now
Mars is only level
trouble.
5, so there is not enough damage. And yeah, Bloodseeker running around with a lot of move speed. Like the rotation from the Drew. Like he understands there should probably be some pressure on the top. So I rotate to the bottom lane. It's going to be, wow. This is actually insane timing. Something that Drew also had in one of the previous games in Troll. Like 12 minutes of Battle Fury.
Toss up into the air, and as he hits the ground, Bevy's dead. Yeah, this is all going right for Boom. Blown handsome hook for the proper prediction. He saw this coming. He looked into the skies and thought, Boom, we're going to win all 3 lanes as they've done so far. It's been really good from them. And I don't want to sound like I'm too surprised, but we've not seen all 3 lanes. Like, we've seen like Mikoto have a good lane where Drew kind of sacrifices his lane. We've seen like Drew have a good lane, but Mikoto doesn't do that well. I think this is like one of the first games from Boom where we've seen, you know, a culmination of all 3 lanes going this well.
Usually it's the Mikoto who's doing the heavy lifting. His lane goes well, carries the team. Drew is kind of a hit or miss, but yeah, if you give him Troll, you know that he's going to deliver. There's one ancient stack, a couple of other stacks that he's going to be able to farm. Feels like right now TNC is just playing a catch-up game.
Dire's top tower has
It's a tough catch-up game too, giving someone a 100-yard dash ahead, and now it's your turn to go.
Yeah, everyone just needs to catch up on TNC. Like Mars wants to get his initiation item, but maybe even get a BKB as a first item, which I wouldn't mind. The Yule Scepter is fine, but the problem is, like, where does Tim's farm? He can't farm any farm on the map right now. It's just jungling. Bottom lane is pushed in somewhere where usually the position 4s farm when you want to give them farm priority.
Bottom Mars kind of waiting here, looking for an opportunity to go on to someone, but just through Tiny in the OD. Static Storm bottom with the Thunder Strike. They've got the kinetic field locking in the Bloodseeker as well as Boom's pulling back. They'll use that Rupture. They'll get the kill. But here comes KSQ. Meanwhile, Mikoto gets killed on a KP off screen. But you're taking a look as this Void Spirit's in a lot of trouble. And yeah, freezing field.
What a play from KSQ. He takes this opportunity so that Void Spirit used all of his spell, no Astral Steps. Simulate was ready, but Bloodrite, man, 6-second cooldown, 6-second duration on that silence. Mid lane.
Ooh, catching him with the imprisonment, but no Meteor Hammer follow-up. And Makoto's just getting kills while that's happening. Like, yeah, they get the kill on FBZ, that's great, but he's getting another one, and he's 4-0-0 right now, going Meteor Hammer, Blink Dagger. have positioning to blink, astral, meteor hammer.
Blink Dagger is a natural pickup for OD, where you can set things up with a Blink Dagger, or you can just blink out when you feel threatened from the astral. It gives you enough time. I'm really worried for TNC.
Yeah,
Who's gonna make any kind of aggressive moves? You don't have a Blink Dagger on Earthshaker. Your Mars almost as farmed as Tiny. Tiny's getting the farm priority. Like, Boom is making all these right moves.
Rupture used, and there's the Astral Step. The Urn's on him, looking for the fissure. That will land, but not put him on the right side for maybe a spear follow-up. Morphling's going for a Linken's, and that's usually an item you see first from Morphling when it feels like you have to play defense. Can't really output anything.
Against a Rupture, against the Astral Imprisonment, this is gonna be fine. They don't have anything else to pocket with.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Frostbite,
attack.
Astral, and Rupture. So should be an okay
hammer?
pickup.
With
All
the
timed
Astral,
perfectly.
yeah.
They get a kill.
I will be there.
Now you've got a Blink Dagger for Hyde pretty early on. He's sitting 700 gold in front of the Earthshaker. Like, even the 4 positions getting a lot more farm. I say a lot more farm. He's ahead of the Mars, who's really not had a game. KP has not been able to find
Radiant
much
are
of
scanning.
anything around the map. Granted, Troll and OD are
My waters
taking
rise.
over most of the map. It still allowed FBZ to get some farm. You've got the same situation kind of with the Morphling as well as the Void Spirit, but the rest of the team really hasn't found it.
Boom playing so well right now.
This'll come in
It
handy.
feels TNC's not playing Dota at all. It
No.
feels like they're just
Hoping that something
running
lets
around.
up.
Yeah, exactly. Running around the map, trying to get something out of it. Just farming, not making any plays. Just playing super defensive.
Astral Imprisonment once again with the Meteor Hammer down and the Avalanche and the toss coming through. Armel just doesn't have a chance.
I like how Mikoto, missed that one. Meteor Hammer on the mid lane. So they think, this guy's pretty bad. It was a great bait from Mikoto. Now he hits every single one of them. And on Void Spirit, actually,
Radiant's
twice.
bottom
So
tower
he's
is
not
under
having a game.
attack.
9K gold
Dire
lead
are
already.
scanning.
Yeah, this is spiraling out of control. But that being said, we've seen it time and time again where teams they get
Dire's
too
top
comfortable
tower
with this
is
game
under attack.
and they let it go. Boom. They need to feel that fire under them. They need to realize we
Radiant's
can't get
bottom
comfortable
tower
having
has
this big of a
fallen.
lead. And you
Dire's
just
top
got to
tower
keep the
is
pressure
under
on.
attack.
You give Morphling a little bit too much time. You give Void Spirit a little bit too much time, or even the opportunity for, Tims to set up something with a Blink Dagger. Things can start to go wrong.
They're just losing too much map troll at the moment. Lost the tier 2 tower. They are gonna take your outpost, so it's gonna be really, really rough. Earthshaker, 300 gold away from a Blink Dagger. When they get that, should try to smoke and get something out of it. Mikoto
Blink
once
as well
again.
as the Astral Imprisonment. Mikoto slams down the Meteor Hammer. He's making it look too easy now after we talked about him missing that one. So yeah, just continuing to get kills after kills with that combo. No surprise, really. And it's just left Drew to do his own thing. Yeah, he's got a kill, he's got an assist, but Battle Fury, Yasha, going into the BKB, Sanj afterwards, like, things are pretty straightforward and easy for Drew right now. I don't think he's had this open of a game before.
All he needs to do is hit the creeps pretty much, get a BKB, join fights. Tim's getting caught on the bottom lane, then gold off a
He
Blink
needs
Dagger.
this Blink
4,
Dagger.
3, 2, 1, bought it. Okay, he's good to die.
I see.
Just had to buy that time. Just get that Blink
Dire's
Dagger.
turret
Meanwhile,
has been killed.
KP's caught again. Makoto's found him, and he's not going to survive.
But this is actually good because they just killed an Earthshaker. They saw he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. Morphling on a mid lane. Gets the
Blood Ray?
attribute off.
Radiant's
Got
bottom
the root
tower
on
is
him.
under
They'll have the
attack.
freezing field. Coming through is this Void Spirit. Aether
Just
locks up
TP out.
Execute, and
It is that easy.
they're gone.
So yeah, once Earthshaker respawns, they just kill them. They won't think he has a Blink Dagger. Kind of a surprise play that TNC can do. Smoke purchased by Earthshaker. Let's go. Let's go
Radiant's
time.
top tower
Yeah, they need
is
to find
under
them
attack.
together, though, and that's not really the way Boom
Radiant
has been playing.
structures are fortified.
So you're using probably what? This smoke, Echo, Blink, Debut, to find maybe one kill. I think if you're TNC, it needs to be a big Echo Slam. If it's true, that's good too, but they're right over to the side. They'll throw the spear. That'll connect. Now waiting for some follow-up, but the Avalanche lands on both KP as well as Gabby. They're going to Astro step in with a Void Spirit. They'll land the 8th Remnant, but there's the Astro Imprisonment. That's going to save the troll for the moment. The Sanity's Eclipse is going to be dropped on the Gabby. They'll go over the Tiny. They get the kill onto Hyde. Now, Fissure.
He's waiting for a big
this
one.
Fight into 2. Tim's waiting a long time. Echo Slam drop. They get the kill on a Drew. They'll take out 2, but they bought back on Hyde. They're trying to get the Tiny back into the fight. They've already killed off Gabby, so this Morphling is going to be gone. The Astro Imprisonment as well as the Meteor Hammer is slamming down right on top of the Void Spirit, so the right clicks come in and will eventually finish off this Void Spirit once they catch him out of the Dissimilate. BZ loses a Courier, but he's still able to kill off KP. They'll find themselves Febby blink away from Tim's, and maybe Febby's gotten away too far. He's up the stairs and out of the reach of Boom, but overall, that looked okay from TNC, but much better from Boom.
Yeah, it was just a decent Echo Slam. Thought he was going to go OD. That board, I don't think like they put a good lane board to see that, you know, a better fight, how it's going to go, but to then catch OD, and even if he catches OD, there's enough to bring him down. Man, KP's just not having a game.
He's not allowed to play Dota now, sitting with Tim's in terms of net worth. Like, his game is just felt stagnated. Really has just halted in terms of growth.
Love this hood pickup on a Bloodseeker, where it allows him to be more tanky. Most of the damage coming on right now is just straight up magical. Heavy.
Tossed up into the air. One more shot for FBZ. Tiny laying it up on a silver platter for the Bloodseeker. Now in a Roche. You got no Echo, you have no Static Storm, no Disruptor for 20 seconds, and it may not be the quickest Roche, but it should be the freest of Roches, because there's no way that TNC want to fight.
They're not going to contest that. They have no Echo Slam, so no fight. But what they do have is Shard, picked up by an Earthshaker. So it's going to be much easier for them to fight. For those who don't know, lowers the cooldown on a Fissure. You can walk on the Fissure, and whenever you cast ability, Aftershock
Dire's bottom
hits
tower
people
is under
and
attack.
stuns them, or on the Fissure. So sometimes we see Echo Slam used just stun people instead of dealing damage.
Now the thing with Shard is I think you have to now respect the high ground
Radiant's
defense
top
of
tower is under
TNC
attack.
much more.
Radiant
And
structures are
Boom,
fortified.
whether or not they
Dire's
follow that,
structures are
we'll
fortified.
see. They have an Aegis to work with. They have
middle tower is
a
under
massive
attack.
gold lead. But we've seen it before where it feels like it's the last defense,
Dire's
and somehow an
bottom tower is
Earthshaker
under attack.
from the high ground.
Radiant's top
has
tower
all that
is under
control.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
What Boom can do, they don't necessarily need to go for tier 3 towers. Instead, just try to make map smaller for TNC, get a pick off, control their jungle, just farm up until the second Roche. It's a much safer play than try to go and risk things out. You could go, try to poke it, but Earthshaker with a Shard is just very, very hard to fight into.
Curcuit, it's like he knows exactly where KP is, walks right into him, has some help from Makoto. Astro Imprisonment as well as the Meteor Hammer coming down, and you know, we've talked about how KP's not having a game. Even when he's hiding, he's dying. It's just
Yeah,
not
this is me
a game.
playing hide and seek when I was a 5-year-old. Just hide in front of the house instead of, you know, inside. Get seen every time, but yeah.
How do you guys see me? You're right there. Like, you're in front of the house. Of course we see you. And that's what KP was trying to accomplish. It just doesn't work that way. It's like
really
hiding
doesn't.
behind glass. It's not gonna work. There was a point in my life where I thought glass was one directional everywhere.
You were not a smart boy, weren't you? Huh?
At that point in my life, no, not at all.
I was about to say that nothing changed. Just kidding. Big Cobb, good to have you here. Glimmer Cape. Aegis in the hands of Troll. So this should be, I'm gonna say an easy tier 2, but once OD joins, possibly with the Meteor Hammer, there it goes.
Radiant's middle tower
TNC is
under
just,
attack.
we need to sit and bait. That's our play. We pretend we're dead, maybe they just leave us alone.
Maybe they'll think the
Radiant's
game's
middle
over and call
tower has
GG
fallen.
themselves.
Yeah, like we're out of this one, we have nothing to kill.
We'll see. It's the fainting of death play. We'll see if it works. This is a play call that got used to get called back in the day because you never heard of it before. It's the fainting death play. Act like you're not really on. You are.
Now the DiCaprio tried it in Revenant.
Dire
That
are
didn't work too
scanning.
well.
Drew just kind of up here by himself for the moment, but getting reinforcements as time goes by.
Of course.
Spots KP, and well, now Hyde coming through with the avalanche. They've got the blood right down. KP caught in the trees again.
I am without
He is not enjoying
end.
his time in the forest, as trees around him feel like they're playing for one side.
See this Fisher high ground defense? See how that one goes? Very
Radiant's
effective
top
so
tower
far.
is under attack.
Once Fisher is used, OD can go in and try to use a meteor hammer.
Let's back off. Pressure too much. They've got a Basher
Radiant
now for
are
Troll.
scanning.
Buyback only available on the Crystal Maiden if you're on the side of Boom.
If they continue to play like this inside of Boom, take it slowly, don't go for the high ground push. I think that's the correct play. Instead of trying to go for a high ground, Gabby, it turns into OD, Astrals him while he was channeling the meteor hammer. And it's hard, because they don't have anything to pop the linkets with.
Blink, Hyde sticking with him. Avalanche toss, and they've got the BKB pop by Makoto. Astro Imprisonment, blood right down, and a dead Morphling.
Sharp pain you felt was my
Man,
intellect.
that is unfortunate. Just trying to get some farm here and can't even get some time to himself.
We didn't talk about the Aghanim Scepter on Void Spirit, so that's going to be, you know, a good item to control, possibly. I wouldn't call it backlines, but they already have 2 BKBs. Bloodseeker doesn't care too much about it. Has a Yule Scepter, and he also very close to getting his Dispel with the Yule Scepter. So great itemization from Boom this game. Bloodseeker going into pipe, something that we usually don't see. A lot of value here against the Earthshaker, against the Disruptor. Just tank it up. Make your team much more durable during the team fight, which I really like.
Yeah.
I would love to see potentially like a Guardian Greaves after this to just be
Radiant's
unable
top tower
to.
is under attack.
TNC doesn't have that much damage. You know, they have Echo Slam, they have Static Storm. If you can survive through that, you kind of won the team.
They don't get anything out of TNC or treat after. Morphling
Damn it.
is now behind all 3 cores on the side of Boom. It is not the best situation to be in when you're trying to carry the game on your back at points. So
We've seen, you know, Earthshakers and
Ooh,
Morphlings still being very strong.
coming over, there's the totem. Tim's the blink, looking for the TP out. Avalanche. Oh, Sanity's dropped. And we'll get the kill on Armel. They'll at least get the Void Spirit. Well, I thought it might have just been a troll, but instead it ends up being basically everybody. And this is great movements from Boom all over the map.
TNC still have that Troll plus, Morphling plus Earthshake combination. Problem is, Earthshaker has 1 point in Totem. I don't like the mana on level 10 picked up. You already don't have any kind of mana problems, and your Morphling will have that Aghanim Scepter pretty soon, so you just want to max out your Totem instead.
Radiant's bottom tower
Like that
is under
1
attack.
point could make a bit of a difference. Mikoto jumps in, gets the kill on Febby.
Now godlike.
I'm not my speed.
Buyback comes in from Febby. 3-man Fissure with the totem hitting all 3 as well, but no follow-up to that either. There's just not a lot of ability to feel comfortable here for TNC or really get anything out of it. They're trying, but it just feels like there's nothing there.
They're not trying hard enough. Just kidding. It's a very tough game for TNC where, you know, it's not much they can do. They can hold onto high ground defense, potentially smoke. 1 Roshan is up and try to take a Roche fight. May respawn in 20 seconds.
Radiant's
We can see the
courier
courier
has been
flying. That's just gonna die.
It's there. 23,000 or 22,000 net worth lead here for Boom. It is.
It's no small
It's all falling by the wayside here, and it's just. I don't know what you do if you're TNC. Just hope that they take forever to take your high ground to the point where you've got items where you can fight. Is that even enough? You're still going to be behind by so much.
For sure. Boom is just controlling the whole map pretty much. Their wards have been on point throughout this whole game. Like, I like the wards
They're
around the
coming
10-minute
from the
mark. Febby.
Yeah, blood right down.
dead.
Avalanche toss, even with the glimpse. He's already gone and... Point? All right. Safely out, but they'll find KP. Oh, will they? It's away. Tims and KP are in a ridiculously far forward point on
Teams
the map.
right now cosplaying Puck, trying to cut the waves, or possibly an anti-mage, just delaying as much as possible.
Cosplay a little bit as a hero that can cut the waves successfully all the time. I respect it. Orb destruction found for Boom. Huh? Got Earthshaker still trying to use this Philosopher's Stone to get enough gold to get into the Yacht Green
Dire's
Corp.
top
It's the
tower
8th
is
one,
under
so
attack.
It's the dream item
Yeah.
when the things are not going well. You know, you're sitting in the base most of the time, so some gold kicking in. And it's also a great item when you're ahead, because extra gold, why not?
at any point feels really good. And, well, now Boom again. Another uncontested Roche. No chance for TNC to really find their way into this Roche pit, which for them is fine. They're going to give up the Aegis. They probably know that, and they're going to go on their way and try and farm anything they can get from the map.
Mine is truly a blessed life.
Now it's time for Boom to go for a potentially pick-off. Transition that into Tier 3 tower. BZ. Find Gabby, but he's out.
So Aegis Cheese, both on the Troll, going for a Hex on Makoto. What this Morphling is going to be able to accomplish. Getting to turn into the Earthshaker is all well and fun, but I don't know how much it's going to help. We've also got the Shard on this Disruptor. Thunderstrike to apply to the Morphling. Trying to make something happen. Who knows? Maybe the double fissures coming across on these heroes puts up the fight so much they could work on maybe the OD to start. Leave the Troll probably for last if you can. Let's see.
Boom still respecting the high ground defense. Two Fishers, Shard on Earthshaker. They could easily like block them off if they're not careful enough. And Morphling, he deals like plus damage, plus 700. So it's almost 1,000 damage per hit. Totem is maxed out now, so all good. I like how he skipped the level 15 talent instead on the Earthshaker, just to get that extra point in the Totem that I talked about.
Dire's bottom tower.
Not
is
really
under
spoken
attack.
about
Dire's bottom tower.
Void
has
Spirit too
fallen.
much. It feels like he got that
Radiant's
Ags
top
and
tower
straight
is
to the
under
Lincolns.
attack.
We'll see if that ends up really doing much of anything, and they should just about have this Abyssal. Troll.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
She'll step with silence. They back off immediately. A lot of respect to the high ground.
Abyssal Blade is ready now on Troll, so he can be the one possibly going in and just blowing up one target.
4K lead, there's the smoke. TNC not leaving their base, just staying on the high ground, waiting for Boom to kind of push in. The question becomes when.
They didn't kill any Tier 3 towers. Roshan will respawn in 5:30, may respawn, so that means 2.5 minutes till Aegis is reclaimed.
Radiant
Smoke from
are
TNC,
scanning.
they want to surprise them. Radiant using a scan, so that should be an alarm for Boom. Like, why would they use scan if they're not smoked?
Yeah.
Because it feels really weird, you know. Now they were just sitting in the base, but this smoke,
Flames?
this scan actually reveals them.
Yeah, they've got the kill. They take out high. This seems like it's TNC's first kill in who knows how long. I mean, they also committed Static Storm to that. I don't know if that was entirely necessary, but that might have been also to help get out in case.
I'm a bit afraid, you know, this
One kill.
Earthshaker, Morphling, he's farming his items once you get that E-Blade, BKB. They don't have any abilities that go through BKB besides like some dashes from Troll. So if he can find enough farm, Gabby, you know, he's been silently farming.
Dire's bottom
still
tower is under attack.
decently farm at this point, considering how the rest of the team is doing.
Shard too on the Morphling. Dumb question for the viewers at home, but if you've got Shard on Morphling, does it give you the Shard effect if you're morphed into the Earthshaker?
No. That's just too OP.
That's the answer, chat. There you go. Definitely wasn't me not knowing the answer.
The case, then I'm like, yeah, you know. Well, we'll have to see. Dota works in mysterious ways. It shouldn't work, but you never know.
I am curious. Because, you know,
Yeah, look at Morphling. Like, it's so bugged. You click on Morph while he's in the Earthshaker form. He has 3 abilities. Like, what is that?
Tiny little hut. Smoke up again. They might find FBZ.
From out of nowhere.
Double fissures and the totem. Yeah, wait. I saw the effect on both.
Even if I fall.
I want to say that was the effect on both. I'm not certain. I'm not just hyping it up right now. We'll have to see. They get the kill on the Febby. They've got the arena down. It feels like the first arena of the game. Astro Imprisonment on the KP. He'll pop the BKB, but the Abyssal Blade is there from Drew. And they will still eventually find this Mars' life.
An offlaner for an offlaner. They survived through the second Roche without losing a tier 3 tower. And this is what matters for TNC.
Bounty.
Like, Gabby's getting ton of farm.
Gabby's starting to get there. You said you were scared after the tiny kill. I'm kind of getting there with you. All
It's still a 20k gold lead. OD has a Hex. Tiny working towards his Hex.
right, let's see this again. I want to say my eyes deceive me. 1, 2. Right?
Not sure if that's
Altitude.
just, you know, passive
Ooh, here
ability.
they come, and they're going to go onto the Troll. Drew! Get blown up by this team!
Okay, like,
Signs of life start to grow for TNC.
like they just lost the 6,000 gold lead in the last 2 minutes. So, and Earthshaker, he has enough money to actually buy something that's gonna help them quite a lot. You know, just a
no.
cooldown
There it
reduction.
is.
Here it is, Octarine Core done on the Earthshaker. This extra gold from Philosopher's Stone is that.
So let's watch this replay again. Fissure, Totem, and then Earthshaker's Fissure and Totem. It's making the effect. It might not do it, but we'll see.
Maybe it's not working out on
Radiant are
Fish.
Scanning.
Uh-oh, Avalanche was used. KP blinks in. Pretty aggressive. They've got the Rupture, but the Fissure comes through from Gabby. Another Fissure from Tim's, crossing the streams. Now, looking with the arena when the BKB popped by KP. Aether Remnant locks up FBZ. Nobody dead. Everybody hold your horses. 19K lead here for Boom. Still waiting for Drew to respawn. It might have become that time where maybe Boom respected the high ground a bit too much.
Yeah, it could possibly backfire. So I asked some pro players while we're casting just to be sure, and apparently Shard actually works with the Morphling.
That sounds really broken.
That
just sounds
that's actually so broken.
Oh my god. You thought Earthshaker Morphling was broken before. My greatest creation.
Yeah, it's like
Dire
we
are
did not
scanning.
need something to buff up this combo, and I can say for certainty that DNC, they're fully back into this game.
Net
even
worth
though,
means
even though
nothing.
net worth says a bit of a different story. Oh, they even find
Telescope.
Telescope. Come on. Where's the CDR? I want to see Spell Prism. If they find that, or Timeless Relic possibly, they still have one more item to find.
Fifth Spell Prism. I can only imagine chat's thoughts right now. A lot of OS fraud,
Dire's
I
middle
think, is
tower is
in our
under
future.
attack.
Or at least in that Twitch chat.
They have one cooldown reduction with the quickening charm, okay, but they still want to find some.
Almost E-Blade for the Morphling. I almost said E-Blade for the Earthshaker just because his portrait, but it's almost that E-Blade. Then the Scotty, they're waiting. Just Drew's out. Makoto behind him, though. The
They're
rest of the
keeping
team is
out.
there. They know. They felt it. Felt it in their bones. There it is.
Surprised they didn't go for like tier 2 towers after having that Aegis. You know, they gave opportunity to TNC to come back into the game with the Fisher, with the Morph turning into Shaker, and now he's getting closer to the E-Blade.
Yep. Shiva's next for the Void Spirit. Morphling catching up to where Makoto is now. Things are starting to look good for TNC despite the fact they're down so much. The game is...
I still can't believe the shard actually works. You just buy a shard and morph, turn, you have to buy Aghanim Center on top of that, but they can just perma-stun people. Like,
Yeah.
you can't go high ground.
Especially if it's in an X.
No, if you use Fisher, Shaker uses Fisher, Enchant Totem, another Fisher, Enchant Totem from real Shaker, then Enchant Totem from the Morph, then the Fisher will be back up again.
I'm not good at math. You're telling me to put all these numbers together, cooldowns together, see if they can pan out and work out, and making Venn diagrams and whatnot. For all you guys at home who can't see, we both kind of have our hands around our head area thinking, how is this possible?
Radiant are scanning.
We'll see if it works out. Ooh, coming over, Avalanche toss, KP still. Just getting killed off as,
KP
boom.
still doing his best to keep this game balanced.
Yeah. Boom. They find themselves one. They find a pick off this time. TNC are still trying to farm up. Third Roche shows its face.
Shadowblade on OD, just trying to snipe people. Has actually enough damage to pretty much kill anyone during the duration of the Hex.
They could fight
Astral.
this Roche, right?
Without Mars, 20 seconds. He has buyback, but no tier 2 towers to TP2, so it's tough. It's tough.
You would have
don't
already had to buy back.
Yeah, like he needed to buy back.
Are they gonna fight
much
this?
earlier?
Tim's throwing a fissure in. They see this right
Dire's
now.
middle
Enchant
tower is
Totem.
under attack.
And maybe Morphling is looking for the jump.
Another totem.
Oh, another fissure. Is it coming? No. Holds it the entire time. Fissure finally thrown. They're going to start to retreat from this fight. Kinetic field on the high ground. They're away.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, it's a long TP. Fabi actually
Dire's
manages
middle
to
tower
get out.
is under attack.
Space Jam in our life.
What they could do instead, I see Earthshaker holding a telescope. I also see Disruptor having a Psychic Band. So you give Psychic Headband to Earthshaker, Disruptor holds the telescope instead, and then you get even a bigger fissure. But for now, you're just holding on to that Fellae, because you want the gold to kick in. And once there is a fight, you put the telescope. But would love if they just swap the items instead.
Radiant's middle tower
Claims.
is under attack.
Oh boy. This is, it still feels like such a hard high ground siege. Troll. It's looking... It looks so like it should be so easy, right, for Boom? You're almost up 30K. You have this huge advantage. People, are probably saying, just go high ground. Sounds so simple.
I don't know if you can. Like, eventually, you're gonna have to try to do something. Aghanim Shard was picked up by a troll, so he can spell things. Spell Thunderstrike, he can dispel silences, you can spell God's Rebuke.
And Waker being built by FBZ. Makoto still hasn't died in this game. That's what's crazy. He's 10-0-7. He's going into the Swift Blink. Okay. MKB for the troll. Even just the fissures sitting in the lane are scary.
Just Fissure, man. Insane how much value you get from it. Well, I assume we're gonna have like a fixed patch pretty soon, and they have to do something about the Urge because it's just too strong.
This seems super balanced.
Yeah, nothing wrong here. Move along, people.
Don't look at this clip, Ice. Just go. Get out of here.
Right, they're going in. Smoke. You have to try. Like, eventually, you have to try to go for the high ground. Who is sitting at the 9,000 gold at the moment?
Like, yeah, I mean, that's how uncomfortable they feel taking high ground right now. They're saving all this buyback gold. They're waiting for the perfect
so much
moment.
fun. Didn't get to play the game, but
now he's got Blink and BKB.
He's daunting in the base.
Fissure in the lane. And then they see that bottom, and then boom goes top.
But there's only
Try to take top. They come out, and they move somewhere else.
They decided to swap the items that I talked about, but Disruptor still needs to give Psychic Advent to the Earthshaker. You can't use 2 items.
Inning Charm. So,
Dire are scanning.
For the twins.
did you see the new one? The Ward Roki?
Oh yeah, twice in a row. You know, Dota is just a fun game. Expects pro players to not make many mistakes, but they're all human. At the end of the day, hide. Doesn't even try to go for it like Avalanche. Like, nothing you can lose from that. You use Avalanche on one side. If you see him and you run it on the other side, you have a Hex, you have a Yule Scepter to stop people possibly with, so you should always try to go for it. Have you seen a kill?
Oh, the Fissure range.
In the last, like, team fight was not in the last 10-15 minutes. But, you know, gold lead.
Extending, 34 now.
34 right now.
Still doesn't feel safe. Honestly. Oh, now some tier 3 damage. Fissure. Glimpse.
Another Fissure.
There's another Fissure. Totem. Another Totem. FBZ thinking about moving forward, but he gets by the silence. Astral Step. Minotaur Horn.
Another Totem.
Fissure.
Into
Fissure.
Totem.
He's taking so much damage.
Under attack.
I mean, they're dealing some chip damage to the tower, so that's okay-ish, but you can see that they can't fully commit. And this animation, like these cosmetics on Earthshaker, it looks like you're using Echo Slammer. Totem.
I
So
do
kinda
have to
weird.
look at the green diamond a lot, just in case.
I was like, green diamond? What? Yeah, no, I know. At the first I was like, what is he talking about with green diamond? Am I not aware of something that Earthshaker does?
Radiant are scanning.
Hidden skill.
Alright, I'll be right back. Grabbing my stick to poke these guys to do something.
Just coming in. Do it from a distance, though. They have a lot of farm. Can't keep up with it. I like that Crystal Maiden's just like blink, smoke, ward, gem. We know where this game is going.
He needs to buy another gem.
Radiant's
Bought the
bottom
gem,
tower
lost
is
it,
under
now
attack.
Morphling is holding it.
Dire are scanning.
Troll. Ooh, Makoto. He's invis and might find the Morphling.
He
Fissure
has
from
Jet
behind,
Jam.
though. Oh, no!
Makoto's dead.
They find Makoto.
Alright, I'm gonna say, it might sound stupid, but TNC, they're in full control of this game.
FBZ and this gets popped. Fissure range. Totems coming through. Yule's into the air. It's not over. 33K is just a number. They're going to go after FBZ. They've got him locked down. E-Blade in. There's the kill from Gabby. Meanwhile, Kezcu's been found by the Void Spirit, and Febby gets the last blow there. 3 dead on the side of Boom, they just added a third of their previous kill score in literal seconds.
Tiny,
and they
Fisher
found
into
Tiny
Fisher into
and the
Totem.
Totem.
What has Dota become? Why is this a thing? Like, it's like... Wait, did they lose another gem or did he drop it?
No,
Morph dropped it. Okay, so he just bought a full Scotty. On top of that, he can get bigger, you know, get that shard. But other heroes are not gonna scale, man. Drew had all the free time in the world to do something with the farm. I think it was a mistake not going for the high ground push after getting a the second Roche. I can't even speak properly after what I'm seeing here. Double buyback.
Yeah, I mean, now you're using buybacks because the first team to take a tier 3 is TNC, down 30K.
Doesn't matter. I think it really doesn't matter. And it's also going to get worse as time goes by because Earthshaker, level 23 soon, you know, get that level 25, you get the Enchant Totem cooldown, so you can just keep spamming that. And you always have a high ground defense. If you have buybacks, next Roche will respawn in 2 minutes. So right now they expended 2 buybacks on Boom.
Yeah, you're now down 2 buybacks. Dato is next for the Morphling. Because, you know, if you're not hitting hard enough already morphed into the Earthshaker, why not make it a little bit harder of a hit and make sure these heroes die even quicker?
All they have to do is buff up Morphling, keep him alive.
Yeah.
And I love this Lotus Orb build-up from Mars. You just use it on him. Like, all eyes on Morphling. He has a Lincoln Sphere on top of that. Oh, man.
Armel.
Earthshaker,
Look at that.
He's getting Arcane Blink. You know,
BKB, Astral Step, Resonant Pulse, Armel trying to leave. There's the Abyssal. Is it enough to lock him down? Resonant Pulse into the Dissimulate, and then first hit dash. That feels bad.
Wow.
1 in 10.
So, yeah, he has buyback. Mid is being pinged out. Gabby might actually go for it. See?
He has Arcane Blink.
Blink done on Earthshaker. So that's...
Ags finished on the Disruptor. We've talked about these late game situations and like Kado's not getting Ags and Disruptor's not getting Ags. Here's the Disruptor Ags finally showing up. Totem, Fissure.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Definitely sounds like when SpongeBob's trying to create the Krabby Patty, or bun patty, cheese, pickles, lettuce, tomato.
I didn't watch that episode. I watched all the others, but didn't watch that.
There's the blink in. They're going to pop the Lincolns. They've also got the toss up into the air. And the Morph taking a lot of damage. The BKB pop by Gabby. They'll get the kill on the KP, but into the Static Storm. Here they come. Echo Slam down. Drew is gone. Freezing Fuel coming in for the Crystal Maiden. Is it going to be enough to get the kill? The Tim's will take out Hyde. They've lost until the Tiny. They're going to buy back on Tim's right away with the BKB pop here by Armel. Kescute, he falls. Now Makoto, he's next in line to go down. And OD is gone. Oh boy, FBZ, he's going to be next.
That's a
you
full
can run
theme,
fast,
baby.
but you can't get away from the double Fissure Totems. It's Morphling, Earthshaker combining into one, and they will take out your entire team.
They might actually, with the Swift Link, they might be able to just surround one hero with 3 Fissures that you can't get out. So Roche actually respawned, so that's a refresher.
No buyback on the OG, no buyback on the Bloodseeker or the Tiny.
I think this is game. Like, they're just gonna go in and try to end the game with Roche Shaman. They're not even getting Roche. They're going in.
They got both earrings.
Wait, how does OD not have buyback?
I don't know.
Wait, we've seen this happen. Like, they're pinging tier 4 towers. This just might be it. Let's poke, see what happens. You don't necessarily need to use my stick that I poke them with, but yeah, check it out. You know, see if they have buybacks.
Yeah, Bodhi's not going to buy back. Nobody's going to buy back. You might want to just go tier 4s. We'll see. I mean, they're getting a set of racks top, and here it is. There's the call. Totems, tier 4s, all in trouble. Kescute's going to buy back. They're going to get the first tier 4 tower. Fissure, and then the arena. 1-2, Kescute gone. Pew-pew. They're just taking out heroes left and right. It really is just disgusting at what they're Fissure, Totem, Echo Slam down.
He got the ult.
Drew, he gets the battle trance off, but there's the Fissure, there's the spear. Are you getting anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Double kill for Gabby.
GG's called.
GG's called. That's not broken at all.
Yeah, laughs in Ice Frog. 'Cause this is the most broken stuff I've witnessed in a couple of years. That's for sure.
I'm just, I saw it once and I was like, does that work? I can't believe that's a real thing. That was 34,000 net worth lead. But hey, man, you know, Earthshaker's shard with both heroes having it is.
I don't know how,
oh
this is my biggest concern, you know, as a team.
Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Somewhere by the emerald sea, where the moon and water meet. Somewhere close to harmony, when the world is sound asleep. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. Radiant team ban. TNC Predators turn to ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn.
Shadow Shaman.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Dusk.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn.
Monkey King.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Outworld Devourer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. TNC Predators turn to pick. Radiant team pick.
Mirana.
TNC Predators turn.
League's assassin.
Radiant team pick.
Beastmaster.
Radiant team ban.
Storm Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. TNC Predators turn to ban. Radiant team pick. TNC Predators turn to
Tide Hunter. Ursa Warrior.
choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
Ну, вот какой-то комбинации крутой я особо не вижу у нее.
We're still stunned from the Earthshaker and the Morph combo of previous game. Didn't move. I would say TNC. I would say they don't have enough control for the Storm Spirit, but yeah, pure damage against Tide Hunter. All they need.
30 seconds to battle.
Didn't have enough time to think. My brain was fried after that game. So I'm going to go TNC too. Like, you know, Matt, getting here ready with game 2, I want to see if Boom can come out with some positive mental attitude. I mean, that one was
The battle begins.
quite the discouraging game. Quite a way to have that one end, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think they might be done. You know, we'll see how it goes if the laning stage doesn't go too well, because we talk so much about how this DPC league forgiving. You just throw the games. It will backfire. Right now, both of these pretty big deal who wins.
Yeah, big one indeed. Both these teams also having wins over opponents. If you're Boom, or you're a player on Boom, you just went through such a big defeat
I quit.
like that.
I quit until this is fixed. Like I come back after the patch.
And it was definitely a quick ban immediately on Earthshaker.
Surprised TNC did not ban Spirit, because it's definitely Mikoto's best hero. Let's see how he can do against Armel's OD. No points in Astral Imprisonment yet. Starts to harass him with your orb instead. Something I've seen before, and then you just control, get that meteor hammer online. Once you buy Magic Wand and don't care too much harassment from
with that too, you know, having the Astral Imprisonment and everything, having that timing down, maybe getting that quick Meteor Hammer, you also have the opportunity with Tim's to come over and arrow. So yeah, you've given Makoto his Storm, but do you have enough tools here? Maybe if Tim's rotates in and gets a couple early kills on a Storm to shut his game out.
It's a possibility, yeah. With the arrow, it's a strong, I'm gonna say easy to execute combination. Most of the time it works if timed correctly. All you need to care about is not leave your Beastmaster alone if he's like off HP, leave him when he's vulnerable. You know, say trouble, but that's gonna be some harassment. 4 plus an arrow flies, just hit crypt, so all good.
Just getting something out of this, and now Boundless Strike into the Impale. Curcuit still trying to get the kill on a Tim's. Pop that Berry Fire. Be okay. The Astral Imprisonment. So this is going to mess with Makoto a little bit. He's only 9-1 right now to the OD's 8-3. So ahead for the moment. You wonder when they're going to bring somebody over to maybe try and help out this OD. Gabby as well as Febby trying to fight, trying to get First Blood. Anger Smash. First Blood there for FBZ. And there is a return kill for Febby.
But that's pretty big. You know, this Tidehunter was already having a really good time. Shaman doing a very good job just trading hits. He's playing Shaman into melee heroes, so there's a ton of harassment. The Shaman got buffed. Starting intelligence, which more often, and now Tidehunter is level 3, so this lane is not gonna be that easy for Ursa. Paper, it sounds good, you know.
Radiant's middle tower is
Valkyrie
under attack.
swipes, but there's a ton of harassment. And FBZ, he already has that bottle, something that quite often, where offlaners just pick up bottle, you have enough to refill it.
Do you think maybe with a little bit more, a couple more levels for both the Tusk and the Ursa might get a little bit better for them? Because they can play aggressive like this on Hyde.
If Shaman is out of position, it's a kill. So Shaman needs to play around the Tidehunter, be close to him. So Gush.
Leaping away. Some space. As FBZ, we saw him have a good game on that Bloodseeker. It wasn't, you know, wasn't a bad one by any means to start. Obviously, it ends up in a loss, but I thought he played pretty well. Haste Rune picked up by the Nyx Assassin. Up onto the high ground, but Shards locking FBZ. Ebby trying to get this kill with Gabby, and one more shot. They'll finally get the revenge over this Tide, and well, that looks really good in this top lane for TNC. A lot of harassment onto Makoto. Armel committing under the tower, but there is a haste on this Nyx Assassin. You need to be a little bit careful, not that Makoto goes back in.
Okay, so they are kind of getting back into this game with these rotations. Something that Dai doesn't like to, and Timbers as well, is the tag team. Like, bring numbers, it's so much damage. Overpower, it's only level 1, 3 attacks. And that with the tag team, quite a lot. Something that we've seen, like Liquid does something similar. Wind Ranger with the tag team. Roche taking.
Yeah. Something that TNC wasn't really able to accomplish in the first game was it feels different with this lineup where they should have the chill to control the pit, get an early Aegis. We'll see.
Radiant are scanning.
I am worried about, I have talked a couple angry Makoto. Get Makoto angry, all of a sudden he just takes over the game as Storm. We've seen that in the series where he got game 2 and game 3 as Storm. Destroyed in both those games.
For most of the players, being angry is not good. For Makoto, it's kind of a buff.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Not
attack.
Arrow hits.
Ooh,
Let's
arrow
see how
hits
angry
with the
he is.
Astral.
Can't get him with the hammer. Sanit is Eclipse Hammer. OD has 2 hammers, like 2 of those.
I guess drops the mallet, drops the hammer. Kinds of things to hit things into. Forget that. So, you know.
No, I'm just thinking about the game B Cup. I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to see what happens in the bottom lane. My King trying to get some Jingu stacks on a Beastmaster, but the boards are leveled a lot slow. There's Book 1 coming onto the Beastmaster. you want to give him level 6, so
Yeah.
you can start making pressure. He's level 5 now. Execute through. Let's see his map awareness. No.
Coming bottom with 2. This is
Like, you just go for an arrow. Try to land an arrow.
right now wouldn't be the worst time to throw it. Boundless strike out.
Good.
Holding it.
You know, they're trying. There it is. Tag
And
team.
there it is.
Drew
With tag team
a lot of
shards.
things.
Drew, nothing he could do in this situation. A good impale afterwards, but it's not going to matter. Snowball. Extending their lives. Arrow hits. It's ominous. Nyx Assassin. They'll go after Febby on the back lines, but Makoto, there's not much he can get done. He might even give up his own life for this.
He needs to be careful. Just 100 mana.
Yeah, they've
One
got
more
the vision
zip
with
is
the
all he
lock.
got.
I think they still
Bottle.
see him though.
Yeah, he's dead.
Shards are perfect. Makoto low. One more shot. That comes through from KP. Triple kill for the Beastmaster.
That's such a great rotation by the
Ooh,
two
and then
supports.
there's
Oh, top
move
lane.
over towards top of the Hex on the Meteor Hammer. Doesn't matter. They've got the Sanities. FBZ getting low. Boundless Strike keeps them from getting the kill. Hide on the run. But Gabby's still with him. Astral Imprisonment should just do it. Seems like they've done the math and they have.
A mind prepared.
So Drew TP to the top lane, doesn't get anything out of that. Tree Dance is only level 2, he's level 6. Like Drew, when he's not having a good time at the early stage, he
Radiant's
just
bottom
feels
tower
lost.
is
Like
under
the
attack.
previous game, he had a good start. They didn't, you know, play around his farm. So it's gonna be a different situation for this time. But KP, man, he's having such a different game. He has
Yeah.
boots. Is that book 2? No, it's book 1. Would just be too much
Radiant
farm at this.
structures are fortified.
Gold.
Radiant's middle tower
But he's having,
is under attack.
he has as much form now as he had, I want to say, 15, 20 minutes into the last game.
He really struggled in the last one.
Very
Tidehunter
streaky and
also
trust each other.
only level 5. So no Ravage yet available.
Means they might just go on him. They
Structures are
can
fortified.
roll with that Primal
Radiant's
Roar. They
middle
do have Gabby
tower is under
nearby.
attack.
They can at least pressure the tower, but now they've got vision of both Makoto.
Dire's top tower
well
is
as
under
the-
attack.
Off with you.
Dude, Makoto both spotted, so see the change in posture from
Boom is trying to set up something on the bottom lane. Meteor Hammer done on OD, already dropped one on the tower. You can see Tim, he's very close, just waiting. Show up, Astral into Arrow. He sees 2 heroes
Dire's
coming.
top tower
Fail,
is under attack.
Arrow.
Arrow. That comes in, stops the shackle, but they get the impale from Curcuit. Armel needs to run back, has the Astral
Radiant's
Imprisonment onto the
bottom tower is
Storm.
under attack.
So that'll keep Makoto
Dire's
from getting the
top
kill
tower
onto the
is
OG,
falling.
but they use the Primal Roar bottom. They're going after this Tidehunter. They've got the shards in front of him as well as the Snowball to lock him down even longer. Gabby gets the kill on FBZ, nicely done by TNC.
He can't use the Ravage there. Ursa, ready
Radiant's
with the
bottom
Enrage.
tower is
You
under
pop
attack.
it, the status is in, you still die, and then you're not gonna have Ravage for the next fight. Mid lane, Arrow into Hammer.
Oh, wow.
He actually stops the Hammer.
Probably would have had that kill on high.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay. He saw Nyx Assassin and was like, I'm not getting stunned. He got stunned anyway. Nyx Assassin is not as good against OD as
Stupendous.
he was before, because Astral Imprisonment doesn't deal AoE damage, and
Right.
he can't set up the
Radiant's
stun
middle
carapace,
tower is under
but
attack.
still good hero against you.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meteor Hammer down on the tier 1 mid again. Getting really close to dying. Gabby just finding space. He's 6th on the net worth, but it's all close between him and the other 3 at the top. I can't.
Radiant's middle tower is
Storm,
under
though,
attack.
looking into the Orchid,
Radiant's
when
middle
Makoto gets
tower
this
has
Orchid,
fallen.
the game can get a little bit tougher for these heroes on TNC. See how the movements are for Boom. The movements in game 1 were pretty crisp up to a certain point. So I wouldn't be too surprised if maybe Boom with this.
Lost 2 towers,
Got it.
got
Get out
1.
of my way!
Still an E-game, 1k gold lead. Moment. Dire skin. Hiding in the trees. It's a tough one for them to, fight into. Shadow Shaman is still level 5, needs to find his level 6. Nyx Assassin, first Vendetta, get anything out of it, and Z also very tough to play into Beatmaster. Your mana gets burned. Mana pool very limited at this point.
Yeah. You just see Gabby. Might even still look to go on FBZ under the tower, so it's a bit of a tough dive if they want to. KP now moving around.
Finds Jelly
Fall back
or the
on
memes. There, eat Jelly.
Get right out of the beehive.
What did he give second Jelly to? So D is like, I don't need my aura. I have a lot of regen coming up. Meteor Hammer.
Sharing is caring.
I mean, if you consider B as a beast, Master takes it instead.
I forget what it's called. It's something. Double damage on Curcuit.
Your Beast Master.
The Bees Master. Plus buzz. So Febby drops down a sentry.
Shadows, take us.
He's either. Dagger, he doesn't have a way to close the gap. They've got Moonlight Shadow. Maybe they can come back into this. They do have Beastmaster, as well as Ursa right there. And Febby just has eyes on FBZ. Sentry down and right clicks with the Walrus Punch. And then the tag team avoids the Ravage with the Snowball. Febby. A bit of style on that one. They go after Hyde. They get the kill to the Shadow Shaman. Drew, yeah, like you said, jumping away, just careful enough. He thought about going, too.
He doesn't have a point in ulti. Like that level 1 ulti, you know, it's not as strong. It's more of a, you can't just...
Arrow, Makoto, caught. He's gone. Astro Prisman with the Meteor Hammer. That is uncharacteristic to Makoto getting caught like that.
Very tough for them. This is the first Ravage, first board use. They get nothing out of that. Now the map just gets smaller. Beastmaster will control the jungle with the Hawk, with his Necro Warriors. TNC's lineup doesn't rely on cooldown, so pretty much they can keep fighting all the time. The longest cooldown they have is Sanity's Eclipse, but you don't need that to fight. Every single time Roar is up, they should go, and they should punish this long cooldown ability.
Illusion.
Second.
Radiant's bottom tower
Full
is
free.
under attack.
See Dire just kind of invading the jungle, staying pressuring across the river, trying to push on this tier 2 tower for a while, and eventually KP the Bees Master here with Gabby. So they should be able to take this tower, or at least put some pressure on, maybe force a rotation. We'll see how it goes from
Radiant's
Boom.
bottom
Boom
tower
doesn't
is
defend
under
tower.
attack.
They don't have the abilities, already spread out of the map, trying to get some farm going. Kodo 0-2-0. Something that we don't see from this player. Usually he's the one dictating the tempo. On the Storm Spirit,
Dire's
2
top
big items
tower
finished. We got a 3, 1 Ursa,
After Hyde. Shackle, Hyde taking right clicks, holding Armel, but eventually Armel gets the finish. Yeah, I mean, going back to that, as Curcuit also dies to Gabby, you think about where Storm normally is. Like, he's just getting an Orchid. Walrus Punch. Small lightning away, but they still have vision with this Hawk. Makoto normally has that Orchid 2-3 minutes ago. But his game is load pretty heavy.
The Orchid is done. They should try to make something happen. Shadow Shaman wards online. Same goes for the Tide Hunter. Everyone's a bit under-leveled on side of Boom. They rely on Ravage to win the team fights, so try and go for the mid-tier 1 tower. There's a full HP tower. Good play from Febby.
Away, get some stints, FBZ. He's still a couple hundred gold away from this point. Might not get closer if they want to jump on him. Shard's pushing away, but FBZ thinks about walking back in. Meanwhile, Primal Roar used on Hyde. They get the jump, and they'll slow FBZ, so that gives them time to get the Astro Imprisonment. They're looking over as Meteor Hammer still available. Eventually, FBZ does die, maybe holding it to potentially go on Makoto if he were to show his face. You know he went north here and forced to walk even further away. Good ward placed by TNC, and it'll spot Curcuit coming over. Makoto, silence onto the OD, arrow coming in. That's not going to land on the storm. They've got the impale. Armel low and falls.
But at what cost? I think they will have this trade. Drew taking his ulti. Kind of free Roshan for TNC. Ursa picks it up, goes into BKB next night, and once they get the BKBs on 2 cores, it's gonna be so much easier to take a fight. Beastmaster, I've seen Beastmasters very popular in China, either BKB into Blink or Blink into BKB, which I really like here.
Queued up the Blink right now, so Blink BKB, that's fine. I think I like that as well.
They don't have the best jump.
Yeah.
Unless OD like sets it up with Astral, and right now OD needs to be careful. He doesn't have his BKB yet, so he's got Blink Dagger. He's pretty fine.
There's the silence on the Gabby. They're going to try and go on the Ursa. He's got the ult. There's the Hex, the Orchid Burn, and now they've got the Aegis. So Bebby, shards. Is it enough? Snowball coming across, hitting Curcuit as well as the Shadow Shaman. Serpent Ward's committed. Drew still just being a spectator at the moment.
Missing
Go.
bottom.
And they did get the Aegis, but still sitting on the high ground. TNC had to be careful while in the Moonlight Shadow, but this gives time to boom. Blink Dagger picked up by Tide. It's coming on the Courier. Storm starting to get some farm. He's starting to be aggressive like we are normally used to seeing with Makoto. Still behind this Beastmaster.
It's a tough game for him. You know, playing into, even if he gets that BKB, which I think he definitely needs, you're going to be playing into Beastmaster Roar. Ursa will get a basher eventually.
Haste!
Creeps as well as boars. They're in on it.
Radiant's bottom tower
Pulls the
is under
boars and
attack.
Necro creeps away for a second, but here's the commitment. Now we'll see if anybody rotates as well. All 5 heroes are here for TNC bottom.
Taking out both
Radiant's bottom
between
tower
10
has
20
fallen.
minute mark is pretty big, and they can try to defend that. Put a ward, at least put a hawk, see if they try to reclaim it, get an easy cough.
With this,
Dire's
has that blue
top
dagger,
tower
but
is under
we're yet to see
attack.
like smoke into a Ravage play or anything of the sort. Was used by Curcuit. Might catch this Courier coming through with a the end sentries and whatnot. Things feel very slow from Boo. Like, I understand they were behind, but it's definitely not their play style playing this, especially Makoto.
I guess they took the Aegis off Ursa and now are playing slowly mid lane.
Find the OG. Can they get the kill? Orchid. Now the Ravage. Armel hit. And he's in trouble. Bebby. Snowball survives. Sanities. FBZ. Makoto. They both fall to Gabby. Hyde will get Bebby, but Drew is caught. Primal Roar used on to this Shadow Shaman. Drew trying to get away, but it's not going to happen. Triple kill for Gabby. And make it a 4th as KP takes out Hyde.
That was such a good arrow from Thames, from behind, landed on the Storm Spirit, and they get 4 kills for that. Still a very, very, very good trade. Something that the OD needs to be careful about, jumping in and using that Astral offensively. As I already mentioned, you don't have a defensive tool for yourself, so you can't afford to do that. Once you get a BKB, you can also be the...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So this is just going all TNC's way right now. Maybe there's something to say about how game 1 was just mentally exhausting.
Yeah, it definitely affected them. It was their game to lose, jump on the top lane, Rana, an easy pickup.
Yeah. Orchid Burn will do it. Makoto gets the kill. That's something we were expecting more of from him. Primal Roar on cooldown for another 33 seconds as they will head up towards top. Spot him for a moment, but managed to get all the way to the tier 1.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Just to leave. Not getting the bounty rune up. Not too trusted.
Radiant's top tower
Very
is under
unreliable.
attack.
Snowball on the
Dire's
TP.
middle tower is under attack.
Curcuit will have his TP stop. Baby just messing with him, avoids the stun. Medallion with the walrus
Radiant's
punch.
top tower has fallen.
Now just trying to D-ward before he dies. Does get an obs, but eventually goes down to Armel.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Rana had to force that boot up, but going into Yule Scepter, which I really like, or Mega Storm Spirit, it's such a great setup for the arrow.
Dire are scanning.
Ripped apart by the bear that is Gabby. And
There's a big difference. Two carries. One is 5,000 gold ahead of the other.
yeah. Is a lot of gold to be working with, and you know, we usually talk about how Drew's had good laning phases, but not here. It seems almost strictly
Every
held
single
to him
time
playing
I've
troll.
seen
Dire's
him
middle
play
tower is
from
under
behind, they just lose the game every single time.
See? They're coming up onto the high ground, into the triangle. They're thinking about it at least. They've got the Moonlight Shadow, Gabby moving forward. The rest of Boom will leave, but how far will they get? Arrow? Nope. Nowhere near the marker.
Not this time. They killed Roshan pretty early, which means the second will spawn quite fast. With the first Roshan, you don't necessarily need to go for the high ground push, just build up the advantage. With the second Rosh, Cheese, and Aegis, that means you can go for the high ground, especially if they misuse one of the ultis, either Shadow Shaman or Ravage, then you're good to
Radiant's
go.
top tower is under attack.
Picked up for the OD of Armel, so he's got that to work with now. Both BKBs on the Ursa and the OD. Putting pressure on the top tier 2, just trying to get rid of these outer towers as best they can. He shows mid for a second. This will be the last outer tower for them to grab. Just be a moment longer. Curcuit, he's in the jungle on the opposite side, trying to get towards a
Radiant's top
blink
tower
dagger,
is
farming
under
the jungle.
He's doing a very good job. And it's just instead of just being inside the base, trying to make stuff happen,
Radiant's
get
top tower
some
has
farm
fallen.
going, plants a deep ward.
Dire's
But this is
bottom
something
tower
that
is under attack.
you can always do something. Smoke up, get outside of your base, and try to get some farm. Possibly cut the waves. It's easier for Nyx Assassin because he has Vendetta, so bypass the enemies without them seeing him.
Here. Not sure what he wants to accomplish in that tree, but eventually we'll just TP away. Still just Curcuit deep inside the jungle.
Regeneration.
Battle Fury Axe. So Monkey King, a okay amount of farm. The question is going to change anything? Arrow comes through, right clicks in, FBZ on the run. Pops the Ghost Scepter, but they've got the Astral Imprisonment with the Sanities Eclipse right on top of this tide. And Armel will grab another.
Armel did not want to risk anything, increased magic damage, because he used the Ghost Scepter. Don't want to give him an opportunity to blink out. Curcuit being scouted. Let's see if he decides to go for the courier. Not going to trade.
Gabby just finding Hyde and ripping through him again. They've got the silence on the Ursa. To pop the BKB should be fine. Makoto actually taking a bulk of that damage. Need to be careful. You get bashed once or twice. Maybe it's over for your life.
A long respawn time on Roshan, almost full 3 minutes. So we're going
Looking
to
for me?
need to wait a bit until TNC probably kills it. Oh man, that damage from Ursa.
Catching Curcuit and now beyond godlike. I don't know if you've ever seen a bear's
Godlike Ursa?
paws. The nails, they can rip through a lot.
Radiant are scanning.
And the exoskeleton of a Nyx Assassin is no exception.
No, I watched the good bears. I watched Yogi Bear when I was younger, some documentaries, but they were not as dark as you watched.
Planet Earth. Usually stick to good bear programming. We Bear Bears. It's always a good one. Drew trying to get something done. Wukong's in an interesting position with Balanced Strike as well as the silence. They've got the Ravager go
Nice
after
save.
the Ursa, but they've got the Astral Imprisonment with the BKB being popped by Armel. Now Gabby
BKB's
jumping in. They get the kill on a Hyde. He's popped his own BKB. Goes Scepter from FBZ. That's going to keep him
bash.
comfortable for now, but
There it
there's the
is.
bash coming through on a Makoto. He just gets away with a little bit of health. The Vortex, the Walrus punch.
Another good
Snowball.
save. Blink is ready. Can you blink out?
Gabby surviving, getting away from this one. Shards won't balk in. Curcuit, maybe he still has a chance, but it doesn't look like it. Gabby, he'll walk away from the Nyx Assassin, but the Nyx Assassin won't walk away from
There goes
TNC.
in. Man, this was unbearable to watch. Like such a good saves coming out from the OD. They just needed like 1 second to blow up Ursa. His BKB came off cooldown, then another good save from Febby. This is something that I like, you know, having multiple saves. That's why I value Shadow Demon highly as a hero, and I believe this game is just falling apart. That they're not gonna go and finish the game right now, but you know, deal some chip damage. Next Roche will be available in 30 seconds. It looks pretty good for TNC right now.
Yeah, you know, Armel's coming over, trying to get that Astro Imprisonment. He says, bear with me for a second. And does finally get Gabby out of harm's way. That was really good, though. Armel popping the BKB to get into the Wukong's command, making sure that, you know, he's comfortable enough to put himself in a position where he can save that.
Apparently, they feel very comfortable going into the Roche pit and taking a team fight. They know Ravage is on cooldown.
Yeah, you know, Roche up in just a second, so we'll see if I can get this Roche, get this next. I'm trying to think of another big one. I got none.
You know, if we're out on options, just change a couple of letters.
Orb of Destruction for the Monkey King.
Vanish.
No. Towards that Hex, and then, yeah, Curcuit. He's been working on this Blink, but he's barely making progress.
Radiant's top tower
I just thought about that one. About to say barely got it. It's fine. Curcuit scouting things out. Wrong side of the map. Roshan respawned.
Look at TNC. They're all pretty much over by the Roche pit. They're controlling that top left area of the map. And they're in the Roche now. Ursa looking to take out the heart of Roshan. You know, when you're going up against the pressure of Gabby, the pressure that TNC comes with, sometimes it's just a little bit unbearable for Boom. Have we done that one yet?
I don't know.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Keeping track of it. So yeah, Roshan for TNC. Want to go high ground.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Look at Gabby. It's just coming in from behind. I'm not expecting that. So they get the kill there. They'll work on the tier 3. And this is just spelling trouble for Boom. And to spell trouble for Boom, it's B-E-A-R. That's what they're dealing with right now. Look at the Astro Imprisonment onto Tide, Ball Lightning in. Not really much of a deterrent, but it is a creep wave clearer. Drew, though, he's caught, stunned up. Tims, get the kill on the Monkey King.
All over the place. You know, how the bears catch fish? They use their bare hands.
Allies disappear.
That's what it feels like. TNC are just standing in the river, grabbing fish just mid-court.
What'd I miss? I'm over here.
So on cooldown, so can't stun him up. But I will start to take these racks, clearing these creeps.
Radiant's top
Ursa doing a
barracks
bare
are under
minimum
attack.
here, just
Radiant's
going
top
for the
barracks has fallen.
range barracks. Not putting too much effort.
This is really tough for Boom. As it feels like the
Radiant's middle
story
tower is
of
under
Goldilocks and the Three Little
Radiant's
Bears,
middle
or the
tower
Three
has
Bears.
fallen.
As this Rax is too cold, this Rax is too hot, and well, Nyx Assassin's too dead. As they'll try to jump in. Oh, maybe I misspoke. No, I didn't. Curcuit still dies. Ravage is in. Makoto taking a lot of damage. The Bash is out. with the status resistance, there's no way that you can hold this bear any tighter. They're trying to give him a bear hug, but they just can't. BKBs have been popped by Drew as well as Makoto. Sanity's dropped on the FBZ. Hyde comes in, Serpent Wards as well as the Hex. They will get the kill. Arrow in. It does hit on the Nyx Assassin, but they still lose Febby.
I've seen this thing yesterday when Nigma played against OG. Kuro got stuck twice, and now Febby jumps in, tries to help out his teammate, doesn't succeed.
Take us.
They still have Aegis on Ursa. He picks up the Regen Rune. I would not be surprised if they just... I mean, they're 2. If they were 3, they would probably go in.
It almost feels like Gabby had those thoughts, though. Abyssal Arrow, right clicks. Maybe you make it out, just barely.
Gold and sweet.
So, Kodo, he's going Axe. I'm a big fan of Axe. It's definitely tough for him right now. All he's got is Orchid, BKB, next item Axe. Like, it's been a really rough game for this Storm. It's not going to get any easier.
It's a tough one, you know. You're playing into BKB piercing ability. You're playing into, like, arrow setup. Into Basher, full Abyssal on Ursa right now, so it's pretty
Double
tough.
damage.
Ursa with the double damage is
Dire are
cranberry
scanning.
sauce out of these here.
Cranberry. Right. Smoke coming in from TNC. That took me a moment. As, you know, they're going to try and mush him up here. Yeah, we'll see what they can do. They're not going to find anybody, though. They walk through the base. It's empty. A little bit surprising if you're TNC.
Shadows.
Ursa is in.
Abyssal. Curcuit, he's gone.
Much fight in you.
Onto the mid racks they go. Hex picked up by the OD. We'll see if it ends up being enough. They've got the glyph. And there's the Primal War as well as BKBs coming through. Drew's gone. Ghost Scepter pop by FBZ. Not looking like he survived. Sanity's is in. They'll get the kill. And, well,
I believe this might be it. There's the buyback from the Tidehunter. Still has the Ravage, but it's looking rough. Aegis will be reclaimed in 10 seconds. Maybe they can time it correctly.
And jumping in. There's the Abyssal. They're getting the kill on a Hyde. Ravage comes out. But the BKB's been popped. They've got the balance strike coming through from Drew. They'll finally get the kill on a Febby. They look over at Gabby trying to run down as the Aegis expires. As, yeah, Gabby trying to run away. Looking like a barbarian.
Yeah. We're getting some word from production. Production actually helping us with these buns. They're gonna go in once again. Ursa jumps in, jumps out.
Yeah, Ursa being the lead here. He's being the torchbearer for the side of TNC. As they go to get this tier 3 and looking to finish this one off, potentially.
Radiant's bottom tower.
No Ravage, no snakes. There's the
Abyssal, there's the jump in.
mega.
Onto Drew, they'll get the kill on the Monkey King, dead for 108 seconds. The beginning of the end here is TNC have just been too overbearing for Boom Esports to really get anything done, as it doesn't look like this 30k plus lead will be going anywhere.
This is it. Mega creeps. Good zip.
Oh, good
Can he
vortex.
save him? Yes, he
can. They've got the BKBs. Armel moving forward. BKB popped by KP. They're looking over at Makoto, who's out of mana now. But they'll send Gabby packing for the moment. Snowball comes through. Walrus punch in onto the Storm Spirit. They get the kill on Makoto. They look over at FBZ inside the well, but he'll survive. It doesn't matter. They'll call GG. And TNC, well, they'll be the pallbearers to Boom Esports great as they take the Series 2 up.
Yeah, I think they were actually done after what happened in the first game.
Yeah.
It was their game to lose. Somehow they managed to do it. Blame a bit of an Ice Frog, a bit of, you know,
Hesitancy.
Boom. Yeah, trying